In the early hours of February 2nd, 2012, my girlfriend Michaellyn was taken from me by the angry Solomon waves on our way to lay via MV RABAUL QUEEN under rough conditions. Michaellyn, I am thinking of you every day, and I'll be by the wharf waiting for you to come back home, my darling girl. I was only 18 when I started to develop feelings for a fine moral-being girl called Michaellyn. How beautiful was for me to see her, with a string beelum, crossing the cassowary street. The worst thing was she lived next door, down the main street. She was my childhood friend when we were just kids growing up in the beautiful city of Leh. We grew up as best friends, and later we both agreed to turn our friendship into a relationship and to call it love. It was the best kind of feeling to fall in love with your childhood best friend. Her smiles were perfect. Just when she started sneaking out to see me late in the afternoons, across the main road, they transferred from Leh to Goroka in the Eastern Highlands province, for her father was promoted to manager's position at Pepindo's supermarket in Goroka. I can't stand it when she told me they'll be leaving soon. It was like watching the setting sun over Bismarck. Sea that would never rise again. I can recall vividly standing there waving while shedding silent tears in fear of being caught by my family when the company vehicle picked them up from Cassowary Street and drove off out of sight. The night before they left, she called me and asked me to meet her by the canteen next to the main road, our usual place of meeting. We met, and she hugged me and cried bitterly and promised she'll be coming back and I will have to wait. The following year, she got enrolled at Goroka Secondary School to do grade 10. I was then selected to do grade 11 at Leh Secondary School. Now that distance became the barrier, yet we assured each other that we were close in heart, and it is all that matters. She loved and loved, and I knew it from the very beginning. The Solomon C. nor Owen Stanley could stop the love and admiration I had for the Kummel that already grew wings in my heart. I die every day to talk to her, but we allow calls only on weekends. We both value our education, and our relationship must interfere with our studies. She stays true to her values, and I find it amazing. She was one of a kind who earned all my respect because she loved being loved, and our relationship grew deeper and deeper every single day. We share the same sense of interest in each other and love like we're close to each other, though we're apart and miles away from each other. On the third term break, she decided to spend 3 days in Leh. She left a message that the last will be with me at the Leh War Cemetery. Those memories are still fresh in my mind. They're like a rainbow on the blue open Solomon Sea that keeps twinkling in my mind. She was accompanied by her sister Rosalind. The three of us were lost in the beauty reserved only for the dead. We took thousands of cute photos that will go down in the history of our loving beginning and the sad ending. The day was bright and beautiful. Not so much clouds in the skies, but scattered cirrus clouds that couldn't hide the face of the scorching sun. We stop by each grave and find cute names written on the gravestone to name our sons and daughters if heaven decided to give us in the future. This meeting was after so many months, and so we spent it so well before I dropped them at their gate and walked home. On Christmas Day, the whole family decided to spend their holiday in Port Moresby, and I was unfortunate to see my love. I missed her dearly. I feel like summer isn't near, and the storms would never calm. Besides, she sends me letters almost every day saying she misses me, and I can feel it. I missed her too, though, on March, after they returned from Port Moresby. She gave me a call asking me if I could make it to Goroka Show on September 16th. I excitedly said yes, that I'll be coming up, and she was very excited to meet me. We looked forward for another meeting again in Goroka on September. Though it was months away, the feeling of waiting seemed like tomorrow. The long waiting came to an end when the day breaks at Korafigu heading towards Goroka. I dropped off at West Goroka at around 6:30 a.m. on September 16th. It was early in the morning, yet the town was filled with people from all parts of Eastern Highlands and many others who drove or flew in from around the country, and tourists from around the world. Michaellyn was so kind with a few rough edges during my stay in Goroka. I enjoyed being with her. She introduced me to a few of her high school friends, and we all saw the showground with unlimited joy and endless happiness. Being with her is all that matters when my love for her is real and true. On a cold Monday morning, she dropped me off at the bus stop before school. She stood by the window behind the driver, looking into my eyes with a feeling of loneliness written in her eyes and brokenness in her heart. I urged her to leave, for she'll be late for class, but she stayed until the bus is ready to leave. She turned away in tears when the driver moved the bus. She doesn't want me to see her crying. It broke my heart to see her leave without saying goodbye. I feel it deep in my heart. Tears are the language heaven understands. When the bus left Goroka heading towards Leh, I took a piece of her with me and left a piece of me within her. The bond is so strong, for I kept her in my heart, and she loved me deeply. While in Leh, we fell into frequent late-night chats and calls and promised each other that one day we'll spend the rest of our lives together. She was my dream girl, and I was her only one, as she always says. After her grade 12 examination, she stayed back and do a part-time job at Pepindo's supermarket in town, saving for her tuition fee. I was still in Leh when I got a call from her saying she got an offer at Sonoma Adventist College. She cried bitterly, knowing she would go into a place so far separated by the deep seas. I encouraged her that everything would be all right and that she don't have to worry too much about it. The following year, she flew down to East New Britain to continue her studies at Sonoma Adventist College. She gave me a call very often, assuring me that she'll be coming on Christmas. She often tells me about her feelings and how she ended her day, both bad and good. Our hope of seeing each other grew from bad to worse each time when we watched the sun goes down west. She can't make it on holidays, and so Christmas is the only time worth waiting to see her. On January 15th, 2012, she told me she's traveling down to Kimba to spend some time with her auntie before coming to Leh. Those were the days I can't let go without thinking of her. She stole my soul away. Before she depart, Kimba wore via MV RABAUL QUEEN. She called me and we talked for more than an hour. She sent me a few pictures while on the ship. I was very excited and ready to meet her. It was unknown to me that waiting is not worth it. I gave her a call frequently while on the sea, wishing her a safe journey before the line goes on and off until it goes off forever. I thought she was in a no network coverage area. Unfortunately, that was the end. I lost her in a blink of an eye. To this day, I never forgive the day that took away my love, Michaellyn. Though many survivors were rescued by 6 merchant vessels alerted by the Australian Maritime Safety Authority, AMSA, many bodies were also found floating, but my beautiful one was never to be found, not even by Royal Australian Air Force. I never talked about it to my family or any of my friends till now. I kept it to myself when I opened my mouth. All the words disappeared and tears covered my eyes like thick fog on the mountain tops. She had a special place in my heart. My heart will always be in pain of losing her. Almost home. Michael, I am thinking of you, Mickey, and I'll be by the wharf waiting for you, my darling girl. Namako Nene, Io Karate Wawe Gazbi Analagandeo. Written by Naso Caleb Kila. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Much love and stay blessed.